just sprinkle that all around the meat. Get it on the skin, pork skin. We usually have pork on special occasions in my culture, in the Tongan culture, and so just having some kind of pork is a great celebration. I'm using onion powder here to sprinkle all over the skin, the meat. And I know some of you are not pork eaters, so I apologize if pork is not your meal, if you don't have pork at all in your meal. And right now I'm using paprika to sprinkle all over, get it on the skin, on the meat. Just cover it. It makes a big difference on flavor. Yeah, as I was saying, I know a lot of you are not pork eaters, so I'm making 2 other things too, so if you can just overlook this one. I'm adding black peppercorn, grinding it to get some of that pepper on this meat. This is a beautiful meat too, by the way. Okay, so right now I'm also using minced onion. And if you don't have it, just leave it out. Really, just season your meat on what you think you would like to taste on it. Okay, so right now we're going to bring the B-guns in. I'm going to use Maggi seasoning and just pour that. I don't have any measurement for you. Just pour it all over your pork skin, all over the meat. Just pour it all over. It has such good flavor. Okay, so just into an oiled pan, put the pork meat in there, and we're going to cook that for in a 375 degree oven for about an hour, and then we'll check on it. Maybe even raise the temperature to 400. Right now I have sweet potato patties. I've oiled up the pan with some foil and then lining it up on here. It's very delicious. I'm also going to add some leftover breadfruit, which is called May, or ulu in some parts of the South Pacific. I'm adding some sea salt on the sweet potatoes and the May. I'm also going to season this with some black pepper. Adding some onion powder in here, just top it off. I'm adding some butter, and this will give it some moisture and also some great flavor. Okay, let's move on to the oxtails. This is beef oxtails. I've always loved eating oxtails, so delicious. So I got 2 packages of beef oxtails. Just make sure you rinse it very well with water. And now I'm going to add some white vinegar. That will also help the cleaning process of my oxtails here. So just saturate very well the oxtails with the white vinegar. Okay, and we're going to rinse the white vinegar off. I'm going to add 3 tablespoons of Worcestershire sauce in my oxtails here. Such great flavor. We're also going to add 3 tablespoons of Maggi seasonings. I use Maggi seasonings on a lot of my meats. It really enhances the flavor. And we're going to add 3 tablespoons of oyster sauce. And as long as you cover your oxtails very well. Okay, and we're going to add minced onions. I'm going to add garlic powder. I'm going to add here onion powder. And minced garlic. You can add about 3 tablespoons in there, or even 2 tablespoons depending how much you like garlic. I love garlic. We're going to add a tablespoon of ginger. We're going to add a tablespoon of ginger and give it a good mix. Okay, mix it very, very well. And we're mixing in the garlic, ginger, the seasonings, garlic powder, onion powder, with the Maggi seasoning, the oyster sauce, the Worcestershire sauce. Just get it all mixed together. get that mixed very, very well. Makes a big difference in flavor. That it's all evenly covered with the seasoning. Okay, at this time we're going to add crushed red peppers, and if you're not much of a pepper person, just leave it out, but it gives it some good flavor. You don't have to put too much, maybe just a teaspoon. Give that a good mix. Okay, that looks really good once you get it mixed very, very well. So yeah, sometimes I've got to just grab the oxtail and move it to the bottom and just really make sure it's all saturated. Okay, right now we're going to go ahead and cover our oxtails with a plastic wrap. Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, right now we're going to add ground turmeric. About a tablespoon or a teaspoon and a half. Up to you how much turmeric you like. But I like a lot. Get that mixed in. I think this is the most important part of the flavoring of the oxtail, is making sure that the oxtail is mixed into that seasoning evenly. We're going to add brown sugar, a cup, 1/4 of a cup of brown sugar. You can use dark brown sugar or light brown sugar. It's up to you. This is the only thing I have in the house is light brown sugar, so that's what I'm going to use. Just get that mixed in very well. Okay, so once we're done with that, we're going to cover our bowl up with plastic wrap, and we're going to put it into the refrigerator. Refrigerate that for an hour. Now I'm adding extra virgin olive oil into my pan. We're going to make T-bone steak. Okay, we'll put it into our oil and just brown each side. So right now we're browning one side. While that side is browning, we'll add our seasoning, salt and pepper. Salt and pepper, garlic powder, onion powder, and let's cover that up and let that cook on one side. After 5 minutes, let's take a look at it and turn it over. nicely browned, and we'll repeat our seasonings: salt and pepper, garlic powder, onion powder, minced onions, and I've chopped up the onions and now I'm adding it into a pan, into the oil, and let it cook. Okay, what I've done was I've added butter on the top of this is a tablespoon of butter on my steak, and then 4 tablespoons on the sides of the steak where my onions are cooking. And we're going to have, I'm looking for a melted butter with onions. Okay, and just move around that onion so it can cook evenly. You can see our butter's melted. We're going to add rosemary. About a tablespoon of rosemary. Sprinkle some on top of your steak, but mainly alongside where your butter and onions are at. And now we're basting the butter onto the steak. So adding the butter onto the steak is called basting, butter basting the steak. As you can see, we have a perfectly cooked steak. It's not quite ready, but for those of you who like rare, medium rare, this is where it's at right now. I actually like medium rare. So the cook is tasting the steak right now, and it is delicious. Just dipping it into the butter sauce. It is already delicious. Actually, let's add some sea salt. The cook is still tasting. But this is why I'm always full by the time my mukbang starts. So far, so good. We're going to put the lid back on and let it go for another 2 minutes. It looks perfect. It's been 2 minutes and it is ready to go. It is ready. And let me just cut myself, take another look at it. Oh, it's perfect. It's exactly how I want it. Nice and tender and juicy. Look at that. Dipping it into the onion sauce, butter sauce. Putting the lid on it for a couple more minutes and it is done. The steak is perfect. Normally I would put it into the oven and let it cook some more in there, but I've gone ahead and put the lid back on and let it cook a little bit more, maybe 2 more minutes, but it is ready now. I'm just putting the onion butter sauce on top of the steak, and it's going to go right onto a plate. There you go. Our steak is ready. Looks so delicious. A T-bone steak is ready. Look at that. Delicious. Okay, now after taking all the onions out, we're going to just in that same pan, we're going to go ahead and add our oxtails, our marinated oxtails. And we're going to brown all sides of the oxtail. And then just pour the marinated sauce on top as it browns. Put the lid on and we'll let it cook. Okay, let's go ahead and turn the oxtails. See how beautifully it has browned? That is all flavor right there, all flavor. This is going to be so delicious. Put the lid back on. Okay, it looks like it's browning nicely. We'll go ahead and flip it again, maybe to its side. Put our lid back on. Taking a look at our oxtail, let's flip it to the other side. On its other side, how beautiful it's browned. All flavor. We'll put the lid back on it after turning on its side for the last time. Okay, we're going to add some chicken broth. If you don't have any chicken broth, just add water. And I'm using the whole box. cover it, let it cook for 2 to 3 hours. Okay, I have cornstarch here in a cup. I'm going to mix 2 tablespoons of cornstarch with water. Okay, it's about a half a cup of water. You can even add a cup of water if you'd like. Give that a good stir into the sauce here. Mix it well. Okay, we'll put the lid on and now it's thickened very well. The sauce has thickened very well. We will put a lid back on this and let it cook a little bit more, another 2 minutes on that. I've added another cup of water. And now it is ready. Our oxtail is ready. Looks so delicious. Now our sweet potato patties and our meat is ready. It's nice and meat is nice and crunchy. And our sweet potato patties are perfect. Now I have our ALANGA'I Puaka is ready. Our pork is ready. Look at that skin. Buckle. Looks so delicious. Okay, you guys, see you in the mukbang. Thanks for watching. Love y'all.